The Senate passed President Donald Trump's huge tax bill. That's where we're starting the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Hannah Jewell. It's Wednesday, July 2nd. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. It was very close, but Senate Republicans got it done. Yesterday, they approved the legislation that will fund Trump's agenda, and they hope will become the centerpiece of Trump's second term. Vice President J.D. Vance had to cast a tie-breaking vote. The bill would extend trillions of dollars in tax cuts from Trump's first term. It would eliminate income taxes on tips and overtime. And it allocates hundreds of billions of dollars for immigration enforcement and defense. So, how do Republicans intend to pay for it? Part of the answer is that the bill would cut about $1 trillion from Medicaid and other health programs. According to nonpartisan estimates and experts, that would result in at least 17 million Americans losing their health coverage. But first, the bill is headed back to the House for final approval. It still faces an uphill battle there. Several Republican lawmakers have vowed to vote against it. Number 2. CBS owner Paramount agreed to pay President Trump $16 million. Last October, Trump sued the television network over an interview aired on 60 Minutes with Kamala Harris. Trump accused the network of airing 2 different versions of an answer given by his election opponent. He said that harmed his electoral chances. CBS said they had simply cut it down for time. Paramount will not apologize as part of this settlement. But they did say they will release all future transcripts of interviews that 60 Minutes conducts with U.S. presidential candidates. The settlement money will fund Trump's future presidential library. Meanwhile, a fresh fight has erupted this week between Trump and his former first buddy, Elon Musk. Musk has spoken out forcefully against Trump's tax bill. On Monday, he even threatened to start a new political party. Then, yesterday, Trump said this when asked if he was going to deport Musk.
I don't know. I think we'll have to take a look. We might have to put Doge on Elon. You know what Doge is? Doge is the monster that might have to go back and eat Elon.
We have a rundown of the latest he said in our newsletter today. Find that in our show notes. Number 3. The jury in the Sean Diddy Combs trial reached a partial verdict. Jurors in the music mogul's trial told the judge yesterday that they had reached a verdict on 4 out of 5 charges. After more than 12 hours of deliberation, they said they had come to a decision on 2 counts of sex trafficking and 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. We don't know yet what they decided. But they also said they had not been able to reach a unanimous decision on a charge of racketeering conspiracy. To prove that charge, prosecutors have to show that Combs didn't act alone, but conspired with others to carry out alleged illegal acts. Jurors will continue to deliberate today. Number 4. The University of Pennsylvania changed its policy on transgender athletes. UPenn will no longer allow transgender women to compete on its women's sports teams. The change is part of an agreement with the federal government announced yesterday. The Trump administration had frozen $175 million in funding for Penn over its old policy. The agreement stemmed from a federal investigation centered on Leah Thomas. She's a transgender athlete who competed on the school's women's swim team. She graduated in 2022. The Trump administration has been cracking down on aspects of higher education that it disagrees with. Number 5. The disgraced Christian televangelist Jimmy Swaggart has died. Swaggart was a popular and polarizing preacher who rose to global prominence in the 1980s. At his peak, he reached millions of viewers around the globe and brought in $140 million a year. But then came a sex scandal, and this emotional televised confession in 1988.
I have sinned against you, my Lord. And I would ask that your precious blood would wash and cleanse every stain.
After his downfall, Swaggart eventually returned to the pulpit but couldn't repeat his success. He also couldn't stay out of trouble. Swaggart died yesterday in Baton Rouge. He had been hospitalized for cardiac arrest since last month. He was 90 years old. Workers are sending AI note takers to attend meetings for them. That's number 6. I have yet another tale for you today of people outsourcing the unpleasant tasks of life to artificial intelligence. This time, the unpleasant task is Zoom meetings. Major workplace tools such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet now offer note-taking features. They can record, transcribe, and use AI to summarize meetings a person is invited to but doesn't attend. Other companies are offering similar apps. And as a result, some workers are finding themselves on calls with more bots than humans. The bots can't yet present to a meeting on their humans' behalf, but Zoom's CEO has said they're working on that. All of this is raising some privacy concerns over recorded meetings, and it's reshaping the rules of workplace etiquette. The practice might make Zoom calls, which were already a questionably human event, even less human. And at number 7, top tennis players are dropping like flies at a topsy-turvy Wimbledon. Just a few weeks after winning the French Open, Coco Gauff crashed out in the first round of the championship in England. The American lost in straight sets yesterday to unseeded Diana Yastremska of Ukraine. But in a news conference after her loss, Gauff looked on the bright side.
So yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to dwell on this too long because I want to do well at US Open. And, you know, maybe losing here in first round isn't the worst thing in the world because I have some time to, reset. But yeah, it's definitely sucks.
Gauff isn't alone. She's one of 23 seeds who have been knocked out of the tournament's first round. Some are blaming the heat for all the surprises. Players have been sweltering under a punishing European heat wave. But the real reason may be a lot simpler. It's really hard for anybody to win at Wimbledon. All right, you're all caught up. Have you signed up for our newsletter yet? I keep bringing it up for a reason. It's where you can find links to all the stories I talk about here on the podcast and more. It's easy to sign up and it's free, so go hit the link in our show notes. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'll be off for next week to experience that European heat wave in person, but the rest of the team will meet you back here tomorrow.